What is going on, Pats Nation? You guys already know who it is. Patriots Global here, back with another video. In this one, we have a little bit of news before tomorrow's game, a Saturday game against the Indianapolis Colts, which is actually a much bigger game for both of these teams, especially on the other side of the football here for the Indianapolis Colts, than a lot of people are giving this credit for. Now, New England coming off their bye week, previously even before this bye week, coming off of a big dub against the Buffalo Bills here, heading into a game with the Colts in which running the football is going to be very, very important. We'll get a little bit more into that later in this video here, but Patriots starting running back here, Damien Harris, is going to be officially out of this game. Now, Harris is dealing with a hamstring injury. I don't expect this to be anything that does put him on the injured reserve. Again, if you are placed on injured reserve, that is a minimum of 3 games that you have to miss. This is something that Damien Harris has been dealing with now for a couple of weeks. If you actually look back to the game against Buffalo, we had that one really big run, but after that, he was limited. He also had another big run, but because you could tell that he was limited, because you could tell that he was dealing with some type of injury, he wasn't a full go. So his second big burst in that game against the Bills actually could have been another big gain that turns into a touchdown. Heading into the bye week, Damien Harris was hoping that this hamstring injury was going to be something that he could limit. He knew that it was going to keep him out for a little bit of time, but he was hoping that he was going to be able to condense that amount of time and could come back and play in this game. But unfortunately, that is not what happened. You can tell because they didn't officially list him out until the day before the game, that throughout the week there was still high hopes that there was a chance Damien Harris could play in this game. Now, Damien Harris was listed as questionable with an injury and was limited throughout the entire week of practice. Now, that doesn't dictate that a player is or is not going to end up playing in that game. Damien Harris has been on the injury report several times this season already and has ended up playing a game. But I do think that they are kind of looking more so towards the longevity of this team. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that you want Damien Harris to be fully healthy. You want him to be a full go for the postseason. And while this, again, is a big game, especially for seeding, not just in the AFC East, but more specifically the AFC, also a make or break game here for the Colts on whether they get into the playoffs or not. You want to have the best team possible, the healthiest team possible heading into the postseason, heading into the playoffs and a potential Super Bowl, because the team with 1, the most consistency, 2, the healthiest team, and 3, the best roster has the best chance of coming out and winning these games and actually heading to the Super Bowl. Damien Harris is coming off one of the best games of his season and one of the top games of his career, as against the Buffalo Bills, he ran for 111 yards, 1 touchdown on just 10 carries. Again, he is the lead running back here for the Pats, as he has 754 rushing yards on 164 carries and is averaging 4.6 yards per carry on 9 touchdowns. Now, with Damien Harris out for this game, what does this mean for the running back core as a unit? Well, currently, this means that right now, you have Ramondre Stevenson and Brandon Bolden. Okay, let's keep in mind, J.J. Taylor is on the COVID reserve list, essentially meaning that he is not going to be in this game. He cannot be active for this game because he is still placed on that list. So New England is going in with 2 active running backs in this game. Whether Damien Harris was in this game or not, he definitely would have been limited. He wouldn't have been given the necessary carries that we've seen him have throughout the majority of this season, necessarily even being that lead running back. But nonetheless, he is still the fastest running back that the Patriots currently do out of those 3 running backs in Ramondre Stevenson, Damien Harris, and Brandon Bolden. Not to mention, he also has the best burst out of any of these running backs, both in acceleration and also in elusiveness. So having that aspect out for the Patriots is definitely going to be a loss. But we have seen a big emergence in rookie running back Ramondre Stevenson, 6 foot, 226-pound running back. Now, Stevenson definitely does not have the speed nor the burst that Damien Harris does, but he is able to cut on a dime and he runs hard. The other aspect that I really do like about Ramondre Stevenson is that we've seen him showcase himself really good as a rookie running back, as a pass-catching running back here out of the backfield. I would say we've seen him have more opportunities in the passing game, and he has showcased himself more within the passing game than we've seen Damien Harris over the course of his career with the New England Patriots. Now, even especially because of where the strength of the Indianapolis Colts lie, their defensive line, more specifically the interior of their defensive line and their middle linebackers, I expect this to be a perimeter run game for the New England Patriots rather than running the ball through the gut of the defensive line there of the Indianapolis Colts. And that kind of brings on another aspect here of Brandon Bolden. You know, Brandon Bolden has been a big guy that they have used on with screen passes. Ever since James White left, it seems that he's taken over that role of being the guy that they go to when it comes to these screen passes. And I think this is a perfect game where we are going to see a lot of those potential screen passes here to Brandon Bolden. I definitely think that they'll split it pretty evenly between Brandon Bolden and Ramondre Stevenson, but I definitely expect Ramondre to come out as the top running back in this game. Now, we are now hearing that they are promoting former Nebraska running back, I believe I'm saying this right, Devin Zigbo, who is on their practice squad. They just signed about a week or two ago. And really, I just see this being depth. I do not expect him to get any snap count unless something does happen to Ramondre or Brandon Bolden. I think something else that we could potentially see a lot to help this running game with two running backs or two starting running backs in this game, one starting running back and your lead running back out in Damien Harris, is that you're going to see a lot of running opportunities given to guys like Kendrick Bourne and even Jonnu Smith. Before we end this video off, I do want to give a big shout out to the sponsors of this video and the sponsors of this channel, betonline.ag, guys. BetOnline is back and better than ever for yet another football season. As always, they are your #1 spot for all pro and college football action this season. They have a new updated site and interface, even more odds, props, contests, and they are the #1 source, guys, for everything football, both college and NFL. All you guys have to do is head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 100% off welcome bonus, guys. That is double your initial deposit just for signing up. Do not forget to use that promo code NFL100, all the way from football to basketball to boxing, right to your favorite Vegas casino games. Do not wait to take advantage of all of the amazing offers still available for the 2021 season. That is BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts and the fastest and easiest ways to bet on all of your favorite sports. But Damien Harris is out for the game Saturday, the Indianapolis Colts. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Obviously a big loss here for New England. Let me know how you're feeling in the comment section below. How do you think this is going to pan out, both for New England and the Colts? Again, let me know in the comment section below. Leave a big like on this video. Subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. But you guys know I appreciate you. And like always, go Pats.